good ideas in terms of multiple maps. But either way, this is game 1 of TBO.
Indeed, we are starting off fresh with a heavy splatling. We are just going strong with a meta card pick. Both of them with the heavy splat. Yeah, we're just starting strong.
Heavy. I thought it was going to be a double dynamo, but no. In Thunder Point, it's a double heavy splatling.
Well, now we're gonna go double dynamo.
Let's find out.
God, these are such like bread and butter cards. Ooh, with that cutoff.
So good. Yeah, those are good cutoffs though. So now both players can go full on base combo, especially in mid.
I feel like right now, Pi is in a pretty strong position though, because there's just that that little bit of base above or below Yellow's turf that technically on Pi's side is just free for Pi to claim, but on Rampage's side, that is actually up for contention. So just in terms of competition, there's more room for that to be taken by Pi. And while we are getting some combo start on Rampage's side, there's potentially a lot more room for points ultimately for Pi here. Especially since we do actually have that window into Pi or Rampage's turf still that could be snuck into.
Yeah, regardless though, Pi's Nozzle Nose, the vanilla one, should be interesting though. But because he has, because they have a Nozzle Nose D, I could still see a near perfect spot in between to where the Hydra and the Splat Charger is at.
Rampage is...
But I feel like it...
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
What do you feel? What do you feel?
Well, I feel like after placing down the Nozzle Nose D, later on throughout endgame, they're going to, I believe, they are actually going to attack Rampage's base combo if played right.
They're definitely going to, yeah. Well, I don't think Pi really needs to infiltrate Rampage's base combo right now, because it looks like Rampage is really struggling to find room to do anything. We just had a brick on turn 6.
If it wasn't for that Splat Charger block off, then it would have been a fair game.
Oh, absolutely. That Splat Charger, that block, and Rampage not going for a more aggressive play in that situation has made this an incredibly difficult game for him. Both players do have he and pronouns, just making sure you're aware.
Yes, understandable.
Yeah.
But if the Nozzle Nose D is placed down, then that means Rampage is gonna get the special block after Pi. Because look at this. Even after Rampage has passed, Rampage still got like 2 special blocks.
The big thing there is, while that is true, that is phenomenal defense. Like, how is Rampage... Like, Rampage has such a special lead, but they have a notable point deficit, and how are they even going to break in? Because there's just a block immediately halting their position.
Yeah, but it looks like Pi doesn't have enough for the captain card.
None... Maybe not, but Rampage is going for a pretty hefty Marigold, looking to try to get a 2-chain combo. It's absolutely possible, but we're going for the Crab Tank. I don't know if this is going to be the right answer, because we're still forced to be playing off of these smaller bits. Like, with 2 turns left, there needs to be some heavy tempo changes. And... yeah.
Oh, and it looks like we have a double special attack. Marigold versus Kraken Royale. It doesn't seem like a clash to me, but it's not even that close.
Yeah.
So Pi can only play Splat Bomb with a special attack. And in most cases, there's no way to get at least 100 at this point once Rampage plays a 5 special card.
Yeah, 5 special is going to be 1326. There's potentially a way to start getting momentum, but on the final turn, it's kind of too late. And I think...
Yes, it is kind of too late, though, but it looks like Pi is going to take game 1.
Indeed. Like, a really good opening game from Professor Pi. That, again, yeah, that slider scope right at the start completely shut down like most of Rampage's options, and he ended up playing a little more too defensively because of that.
Yes. And because of that, though, there's no way for Rampage to rampage on over to Pie's base.
Indeed.
Or, you know, Pie's side of the turf map.
Yeah, we couldn't stomp around and crush all that space because, yeah, we got a really good defense. Rampage wasn't able to build up special before like a proper defense was built up, even for reinforced with those special blocks. And it just turned into a very, very difficult first game for Rampage.
So is this a best of 3?
If I'm not mistaken, that is correct. We do have like the earlier rounds be best of 3 just to get the tournament rolling. The comeback brackets, or loser brackets as many people like to know it as, is also best of 3. Which means that like... It's not as exciting, it's not as fun for the players, but it does help make sure that we're not spending the 6 hours length of time running tournaments. Maybe some people have other things in their lives they want to do too. While it is fun to play Tableturf, I don't know if people want to spend their life sitting around on the internet playing these little
But no need to get into the internet for a while, because game 2 is Main Street.
Kicking it to the classics. Main Street, it's a really aggressive stage, right?
Yes, and pretty much the simplest for almost any other deck in the game. You have to rely on a lot of long cards if you're wanting to play aggressive into your enemy's base. And it looks like Pie is going aggressively against Rampage, but it looks like the heavy splatlings have tied in clash.
Yeah.
That is really amazing.
Really good opening play from both players. We've got the captain, and we got the scope, and now we've got another captain coming in from Rampage. Pie is looking for a chance to drop their own thing here. And... oh, that is some turf covering merch right there.
That is really good though, but looks like Rampage has no choice unless Rampage has a long card to pierce through Pie's heavy splatling.
The thing is here, ooh, especially with that pierce, I think this game is going a lot better for Rampage. We're already unable to play the Marigold, but Professor Pie's base is already in danger, and while Rampage's is kind of shut down, there is a section, there's just a wall you can look over on Rampage's side that is essentially safe for them to just play with. Like, it is well guarded.
Indeed. But can Rampage actually mess up Pie's base combo?
Oh, 100%. We are about to see a very, very disruptive card just step in. There's a lot of cards that, like, Pie could play that will probably lose to it. So, like,
yeah, but Pie's best card for this situation, sorry to interrupt, the best card for Pie in this situation might be either a Steel Eel or possibly the Clam Ball. Because chances are, they might actually give him, they might actually give them a special block or two if played correctly.
Ooh, that Splat Charger was actually a really good choice though, because that's one of the few ways you're going to be able to interfere in this little tiny pocket. And yeah, both players are kind of pinned down without many answers. This stage is in shambles. And I see very few cards that can really work in most situations. We finally got the combo set.
That's interesting to hear and see.
Yeah. Professor Pie able to drop the Amped Octo Stamp to get that combo. 2 special right there and a lot of points off of it too.
Yes, but it looks like Pie does indeed need at least... oh, that's the card that I was looking for, Nozzle-Nose D. And another one should be a Splatana Stamper.
This is the hard part about matches like this. Rampage's bricks. Doesn't know what to put away. I think we've come up with the decision, but like in stages like this, you have to be, you can't overload your deck with big cards, because if you put too many big cards in, all of a sudden you get to these situations and you just don't have any place. That is not a good little jump place, but where else is Rampage able to put this thing? There's only one spot on the map, and it is a painful spot.
That is so true.
You see it?
So true. I see it.
Oh, that hurts.
Where, like, Rampage should definitely rely themselves up with at least a few medium cards and at least a few long cards, as well as some heavyweights. Because at this point, if only Rampage had at least a suction bomb, that might give them another chance before the end game.
Yeah. We are at a point now, Rampage is desperately looking for a 2-3-12 combo to bring the stack. The way these things are set up, it is so awkward and so disparate that I'm not sure. I think there is a possible spot. It is going to be with an Ultra Stamp that's admittedly not doing too much offensively, but would allow them to get that position, what they're looking for. But
I agree, though.
It is awkward.
What seems to be a little bit awkward to me is that Pi actually gave Rampage a special block with that Trizuka. But for the crab tank, though, I don't even see that flash at all.
It was a good crab tank, but they didn't get any special off of that, so unfortunately, Rampage has bricked on the final turn, and I don't think they have anything to do with it. Pi.
And Pi has officially finished off this set with a Splat Bomb.
Yeah, and that is going to be that first game going to